Good day, everyone. Today, we're going to discuss solving quadratic equations using completing the square method. One of the ways to solve quadratic equations is through the use of completing the square method. To solve for quadratic equations using completing the square method, you have to follow the following steps. Step number 1. Divide both sides of the equation by a, then simplify. Step number 2. Write the equation such that the terms with variables are on the left side of the equation and the constant term is on the right side of the equation. Step number 3. Add the square of 1/2 of the coefficient of x on both sides of the resulting equation. The left side of the equation becomes a perfect square trinomial. Step number 4. Express the perfect square trinomial on the left side of the equation as a square of a binomial. Step number 5. Solve the resulting quadratic equation by extracting the square root. Step number 6. Solve the resulting linear equation and apply the zero product property. Take note that the zero product property says that if a times b is equal to 0, then a is equal to 0, or b is equal to 0, or both a and b is equal to 0. Step number 7. Check the solutions obtained against the original equation. Now, we are going to have examples on how to solve quadratic equations by completing the square. Example number 1. Solve for x in x squared plus 10x plus 16 is equal to 0. In order for us to answer the problem, we need to perform the 7 steps to determine the solution. Step number 1. Divide both sides of the equations by a, then simplify. In the given equation, a is equal to 1. Thus, we will divide the terms of the equation by 1. Step number 2. Write the equation such that the terms with variables are on the left side of the equation and the constant term is on the right side. This is done through transposition. Step number 3. Add the square of 1/2 of the coefficient of x on the both sides of the resulting equation. The left side of the equation becomes a perfect square trinomial. Take note that in our equation, a is equal to 1 and b is equal to 10. We will be using the formula 3 over 2a raised to the power of 2. The result of the formula will be added to the both sides of the equation. Step 4. Express the perfect square trinomial on the left side of the equation as a square of a binomial. To express perfect square trinomial into a square of a binomial, get the square root of a and c, and transform into the form m plus n raised to the power of 2, where m is the square root of a and n is the square root of c. Note that the sign in between m and n differ depending on the sign of b in the trinomial. Step number 5. Solve the resulting quadratic equation by extracting the square root on both sides of the equation. Step number 6. Solve the resulting linear equation. Always remember to apply the zero product property. Step number 7. Check the solutions obtained against the original equation. To check the answers, substitute the value of x to the given equation and verify if the answer is correct. Therefore, the values of x in the given equation is x is equal to -2 and x is equal to -8. In set builder notation, we can write the answer as written on the screen. Sounds easy, right? Remember always to follow the steps in solving using completing the square so that you will arrive at the final answer. I hope you've learned something on this video. Thank you for watching and have a good day.